Welcome to Papa Junk Shop. Well, been running some wires. You guys know how I hate to buy anything. I like to use stuff. Anyway, oh yeah, by the way, welcome to Papa Junk Shop. Anyways, I found some, I think it's 1.25 inch seal tight. I had a length of that. And I found a box that didn't have any knockouts in it. You make your own, so I turned it into a pull box. Okay, so what I got is there's one over there that comes from these two panels into the junction box. This one does the next set. This one does the next pair, and this one does the last pair. And in order to use what I had to use some short pieces of EMT conduit, and I had some of the flexible conduit, seal tight I think they call it. So that's what I got run down to each one. So I got these 4 panels wired into the junction box. The other 2 I'm waiting on some MC4 connectors. They were supposed to have been here Friday, but DHL has got it, so I don't know. They were coming from New Jersey and now they're in Ohio or someplace. They're supposed to have been here yesterday. I don't know. Don't make any sense the way they do things nowadays. So there's a junction box that I repurposed. It was for some kind of swimming pool control. It's weatherproof. So I got my fuses holders in there mounted, and I got these 4 panels hooked in so far. And I'm going to come out of there with 2 number 4s. And I think I'm going to go from the chimney. I'm going to attach this mounting bracket there. And I'm going to run over here to a weatherhead, which I've installed on a piece of 1-inch aluminum heavy wall conduit, which goes down to a junction box. So how old do you think this new weatherhead is? It was $2.10. And these brackets were from work. They're made to go on risers. We used to use them to hook the TV cable to, but they made it so it's not legal to anymore, so they were headed for the dumpster. So quite often my truck is the dumpster. So glad I got them. So I'll show you when I get the number 4 run. Well, I got some accomplished today. There's a little bit of a breeze now. There wasn't when I was working. I would like to have it. It'll probably interfere with the audio, but I got it hung. Got a little drip loop there. And the same over here, this end. Two number 4s. I haven't done anything with the ground yet. I did do some wiring in here. I got the 4 panels hooked in for the PWM controller. Is built-in hybrid inverter. And this is the ground, that's the hots. And I got the other end, I just temporarily clip-wired stuff. I just wanted to confirm that all the connections were good, and hooked up each one of the panels one at a time and made sure they're all functioning okay, and they were. So now I got some inside work to do on the other end of these wires. And of course I got more out here to do too, but to get these 4 panels up and operational, I got to change the fuse holder out and an ammeter. I'm not sure I got an ammeter that's quite up to the task, so. Because I'm thinking I'm going to need, let's see, if these are maxed out, they're 8 amps a piece, that'd be 32 amps. Well, I got a 30 amp one. See how that does. I got my other MC4 connectors, so all the panels are hooked in now. My box is fully fused now. Everything's hooked in there. Got the ground wire run in, and it's bonded to the box. And eventually I'm going to have MOVs in here going to this ground. They're not here yet. They're coming from China because the US sellers here are just like, I think it's just about 5 times the price for the same identical thing. So you just gotta wait 2 or 3 weeks to get it from China, as much as you hate to. Well, that's where the other guys get them anyway, so. And I got the second number 4 run. I just zip tied it to the other ones that I had hung. So it's not too bad a day today. It's fairly sunny, so we'll go in and show you what I got accomplished inside, and we'll turn each one on and see how they perform. Inside, the changes I made was I put all my 100-watt panels, which is 8 of them, into the EP-Ever. And 4 of the new panels are going into the hybrid inverter. And 4 of the panels are going into this XROM MPPT solar controller. So we'll turn on the older 800-watt panels, see how they do. The batteries are about 75%. I had this shut off all morning, so. Okay, we should be coming. Okay, so the PV's at 30 volts, 21.2 amps. Battery voltage is 27.3. And we got 23 amps going into the battery. Okay, so now I turn that one off, and I'll turn on the one going into the hybrid inverter. Now this will take a minute or so, so I'll shut you down, turn you back on when it starts coming around. Now this particular one doesn't have a wattage or amperage because what it shows is, well, the inverter's on, so part of it goes there. So this is actually what's coming off the panels. Like you say, this one takes a bit to get around to it. Now this is on the new panel. And that's the fans coming on in the hybrid inverter because of the solar coming in. And it looks like we're getting around 23 amps. I'll shut this one off and we'll turn on the last one. Okay, I'm going to turn this one on. Showing 68 volts on the PV. 26.4 on the battery. Now the voltage readings on this are not the same as my other ones, so I've actually set this one to a lower voltage, and but this one responds quicker than the other two. Like if you turn a load on, the batteries are up, this one will start out first. Okay. We're up to 21 amps. $23.9. Okay, we're at 24 amps, 59 volts, 11.6 amps on this PV side. The battery side's 24.3. Alright, so they all seem to be performing okay. Now I did change disconnects out. I had a different type on here, which is the input to my inverter. And if we were running anything much over 1500 watts, I could feel some heat on the terminals. And I had them cranked right down, so I think there was something going on with that disconnect switch. So I got some of these, and so far I've noticed that I haven't had any heat buildup at all with these, so I think we made an improvement there. So about all I have to do in here yet is I've got a couple temporary fuses in here. I don't know if you noticed or not, but I didn't have enough fuses to go around, so I got a 150 amp fuse on there. They're supposed to be here later today, so I'll get them changed out. And I got to get some more MOVs. Like I said, they're coming, and I'll add them to the system. But otherwise, I think we're in good shape. I guess my next move is going to be to add more battery capacity. I have plenty of solar now, and the ones going to this are all paralleled, the new ones, and the ones going to this are series paralleled. And I'm thinking that by series paralleling these, when there's not a lot of good sunlight, that we'll have a higher voltage coming into this and be able to get some input even on a crummy day. So at least that's my hopes. We'll find out. The fun of it, I turned on my induction cooktop thing, and we're using what, 1300 watts, and this one is making 27. So this one is making 22 amps. And this one is making 26.4. So we're running that, and we're charging 20 some amps in the battery while we're running that, so I'm happy. So we'll call this a video. If you enjoyed her, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.